Once again, Grace Akolache, Auntie Grace, Anopei, a special day in your life. So happy birthday to you, Madam Grace Akolache. With the Busianfoni na all the Bogla family, one more Ghana Niamano, so all happy birthday, Auntie Helena social life, and I feel Mama Shigi, or no so I shall lie, and me gifty Bogla, aka G baby. Munyina kamubi na no pay. Ye chow ama happy birthday. Sanso na otiko koso 246 to otoso mienu. Otina benja so fie makoma kwadu no nan nti ewura no pay. Won kwaso. Ahoden ene kwatenten ena me bisa de ama wo ene anopay. Se na me kan ye no. Akwasida ye beba nti loro fe no. Wada Roma no any ready at the atray with see and that's all they are sending. Na and then so very Reverend Dr. Kwesi Atha Mensa and ne na woda nti very Reverend Dr. Kwesi Atha Mensa amasapon kuma Jesse se men kan say wo happy birthday nyakopon enyo correct onyo fine and afi Madam Sandra entwi owusu and afi Mama Opon Munina mo ewo Presbyterian Church Calvary Congregation Aliu Mama Road ewo Dansoman Sakamai omoma happy birthday for Reverend Walter Bente and Catcase Owusu entry omunina so ma happy birthday ewie anope ye bedin ko se me di kankan no over last weekend na me obono mantemu na meka se doma efe yi pa doma which I can say, Yabe the most cleanest town in Ghana. Doma, the most cleanest town in Ghana as we speak. But they are who yinti na America. Doma hinkwe fe. Maybe a befi be a dustbin. Maybe a be a dustbin. Oma kwa no so. Dem fe. Omu wie dear, but I mean, enti osi adia yo. Osajifo ajiman bedu. Otosu mienu doma hene. Anope wo no watara konwa mema moni adwuma momache se de amoye no koso a na ye na emu bi no mu de ye do mititiru be pewasem papa e wo de awoye ho nti na eno ne de America na no pay ye bedi nkomo na enkomo e bedi no ye be hwe NCA fo nsam omoka se yen sim card mako be 11 million wo register ye no ye be twani nyina mu by the close of the month na se wo ni Ghana card a den che se wo ni Ghana card for dance die bra ene hu nsem ebre ye bi se sa ye twam no eye na so den tina onko register wo sim card no den tina be so be ko wo Ghana card na den esi okwan Ghana card no so for so problem nti o want to be Ghana card no prum say na so mo ye no people are still there nti eno so won sabe ye kan say ni ye bedi ho nkomo pa na fi ya hwe se ye say wiase nyina enkran aman a enframa ye home nya kora no the most polluted city in the world ye na to so 7 enkoyi kra ye bedi eno so nkomo na fi ya hwe professor Kwabran Philip Boatin sam o kan no eno so ye bedi hu enkomo sense NDC4 ahye say special prosecutor enya asem no mu ehwehwe mu na yenso ni ekwaye se de enso si se ne ekwaye si se no ye no beba ho so no na ye too late ya share ho akonfo enti ena no Mensa Thompson executive director de ma asepa o nchen ewufia sanso na nanto emerechi nso enso ababe kamensa na no pay menu wo mu na be hye nkomotwetwe na se eno achi ena so be mpa so ba ye de be ka wonya mayi ye be hye se abudwa form mu nyina kwa aba so ena kwaku ba hentumi ama be ka yensa sanso ena Jennifer nso entumi ama be ka yensa enti ene yensesaye ena abam anti Thursday team no ena nanto nko a me fada wakope ono nko a na ene o hana so still life must go on and on but me share some from Sunana
Accra
you are one particular person you can sim card hu semi what can you data hu asem say data e bogus you data to say and then as for the sir ene uche nsem a NCA for ka wo mo ma time will be by the close of the month no wow SIM card don't register here no you be twam if you hokra anya dia obetumi ayisu bi e ba ma onfo see ni Ghana card the documents I obetumi da kokoye no eno so bi ni ho ye betwam I say bon trene and ye twam yi and ye mo twam yi and my ni say ye ya ka ho asema ba bidu ba bia ye we wadwen kire ma menyi wo sa ensemo mo eka ma mo sema be nsia na mi ti da wo be ka fa
o je ko bra ma mi mawachi
me je so
na mi ntia minua Mensa Thompson first time I was Thursday team ye mana kwaba me je so na mi ntia ahwefo ane atiefo nyina na oba be hye dwumadi asi uka sembi na asem na oka na se na enra me ne susu nsem bi bom because uka se domaye the cleanest city a wani kra West Africa ni garden nyina ebedikan na emra so say de bia metena haka adosu kru no senka embeye the one of the cleanest city in the whole world but unfortunately it is becoming the opposite na mesre say mpanyimfu e wa doso edwuma no nananom nko antumi nye mpanyimfu e wa doso won e wo amanone ene won e wo krom ha nyina won fa won hunyim because ye kesi ye depending on assembly ni nko a assembly no wo moa meka say de bia no obeje to no ku nanso dwumadi asese wodi di wa doso no won fa nye you see se ufa doso sisi a ejakwabna urebe ho anka Kambi no Adoso is one of the best cities in the world region so but they say bora ere amreyen inti mesre ye monthly first Saturday monthly clean up exercise na ye sha say ye no mesre say mpanyimfu nkenya ho na bosumi a ebe wuramu yi ye hwe say ye betumi aye na ye nhye mra bi a obi edi bola kogu ba bi anse say wodi gu a ye monica obe titini mo wirum no watua se ne be ya obi nsa nye saade ni bi because ye mamra ne adwuma kromu be yefe uje di se do ma ho a okay emra nye adwuma nka kronu be yefe onu mu na ngasa oye mradim ni ntino ohhehye mra na eto asum na ye nye se ne be ya kromanfo no be hu se obubi aba kronu mu na aboaye nyina as nananom ene mpanyifo a wo wa doso ejakwabna wo hu se wana okesi metena ha kesi yen data management and her data ewo memu ha the way I manage yen data very very poor and ehunsunso anso na sisi ereba me santena ha ka kire wusi adan na bribia ye pese ye ya asoman no ye rush to implement it yen take yen time enfanye nti ebe wiachi no na nhihye a nka yeto ye boni ye ya nke be yi na enko boye nke bia no ubehu na afede ya implement policies no but ebe wiachi no na kabuburo na ba be dore asoman eye den ena as we speak obi wo ho a okrom ha eye nkran ni Ghana card a odi register ni sem no obi nsi tukumase no use obi tukumase no use nti how secured is our data? What be said dwumadi asi ye kesi adan na mu NCA wo ye nyina yen data as oman na se biribi kakra mu betua ma won se ne be ya wo betumi aka data na mo hwehwe no abom na mpomu hia won ankasa won atumi di amamu mu se debi mo ankasa mu be use software me catch we say biometric wo use phone editwa wonsa fingerprint no ebekwa akusi den bibi sai obi say oh modern technology na aba but me hu ni nanka biometric de wo don say tintim afiri so but yen yakwa register yen various sim cards no wo say wo the phone na etwa fingerprint me kan isi obi percentage wo baby a opese onye sika fim inti keneken wako hu software developer we develop software app on famra ni mfameje anafu sika
according to me na metete nsem bi kura se na se no kura sanya no kura na me so mete se de oya de no kura data ni nyina kura wo e friend se Kenya wo se
e wo na se enye Ghana na se onipo ya software no onye Ghana ni nipa no software no ye Ghana ni enti so oye Kenya ni o oye Togo ni o on we develop software no or secret what can codes features ono have access to it. It is a nene or decide say sa code na o use no nasefo no obetumi atemper with data ebe how ye as man. Inti why don't we sit down as a man de bia ye bo man nika de bia ye tu sikagu hwe sa sim registration hwe nipa ahohiahia awokomu amanfo sori ahemrache wo sori anojo se wo kwako register what sim card ebe wiachi no wa register you and so onye secured. Because the way I spread the data across various institutions as a man, it is not helping us. Adan na yen toyambu na yen one particular data center. Ya a data center bia uje di sen ke koto aba isi beke se opeso ye ne card nko a ukoye license a obeke so obeye ne card nko a bebia obeku bia no once we have a centralized data management center no bibia beko so wo with a click na information ni nyina ba nia aya me yaw ne say ye mpanyimfo no ade we nyina wo be implement no wo kwa abrochiri ikosua wo konso no ko hu a senia wo hu ni fa no wo ba ye nde no no aye no basa
owura Joe Anoche ono na oye kwanchefo pani a oda National Communication Authority ano oyobi America no wa ben pa ewo niama etiti sei mu enti wo pa kire say ye na wo ye no won ti no ntiase na se denti na wo kan sa sanse oyobi a ye kan ya manema se ya wa bi o mu papa
enti den afutu no de ma ministry na o share wonsi various telecos no one register your SIM card.
Ministry of Communication ana.
Yes. Then afutu as National Communication Authority or the ma Ministry of Communication and say one ma various telecos in register your SIM card using an app. Say when to me and two for dear now it means say 10% no and I say cut no on also ni share room.
Now we say sika bi o baby.
What Jacob na dey na na be bad nti ade a wo ye wo say you worry here to protect young ankasa young individual citizens from fraud. And yes sir ewi achi no den na si enye fraud no kra mo na a triple asaya more because obi o ha ni registration SIM card now and ni Ghana card no dey call your registration no obi to me a use ni Ghana card and they register about 10 different numbers. Inti are we secured? Tam na yen ye mpo no be to me use obi Ghana card and fan register SIM card. Se si yes ye na are secured to prevent fraud no a fake run system na open up. Inti what diligence and what na say no dem pa hye be pa no ye digu apon so se wo wia bibia be kama e wo mu say bibia o ye bia no nanso wo so but we de nanso no ya broso e ja kwabra abroso because say emro so ya e den and you see ade ba ko as say ye huni say e ja kwabra enye nipa ba ko abien se bi mpo na report o say wo tie wo do pa bue phone lines no na hwe woni bibia track say asimasi o ye ade we wa hai o wankran inti obia you see the same number will Kumasi will keep a different line. They don't have any tracker.
See, Assembia Ura Anoche kind was Anoche Mr. Anoche said currently where the Ghanaian Times was currently Ghana had a single central SIM registration register as mandated by Executive Instrument 63 2020. The Director General dismissed report in some section of the media that the SIM database had been tampered with. But we wish to assure the general public that the SIM database has not been breached in the first place. There has been no unauthorized access to the SIM registration database. The identified abuse of stage 1 process, which has been resolved, do not amount to unauthorized access to SIM card registration database. And that's internal factor say database na be obi susu be temper within as for no anya dey adwuma bia initially no from sweep back community me say be e bae no eno ma hwe CC ni nyina nti no wo ha
say Jabra wo CC ndabe me no ka say wo nga CC na nka me no betena ha ka ho asem nka me no wontina ha nka ho asem because utie news na wa abonting na it means say I don't know after the registration na pay and a man for take advantage of it. And you see, me no, I don't have a problem with the registration of the SIM card. So. But the problem I have is that senior wongen to wombo and making sure say security features be able to me are preventing people from entering the system. And no name problem. And problem they say Ghana, we don't have a credible data center. Your credible data center. Ejakwabere, sanyema we nyina emma. But many we nyina emre bi atwam in the year 2020. Na ye advocate say instead say ye be new voters register. Ye this asika over 885 million Ghana cedis. Be kwa ye new voters register no. Inka ye mfa say sika ni mu and build a better credible data center. Inka by this time inka ye koye nim times 10. Anka obehu say once we have a credible data center, say obibia owo krom ha, ni information no will be secure there. Inti as a teleco, we hear information about Ejakwabna, you just go to the data center, people and now one manage data center no will give you the information. With that no, we will information no won kwa ho. Emma who workers and now say obi to me here then and break it into the system. But send American obi e share wo baby intino yanko develop software no yanfamra government of Ghana will pay me no ka say software na wo de buy no say wo tene boa anhwa wo yem behyew but esan say sika no mu edurunti wo mbo boni nchiro biaye baba nim say kan sika wo de kotos ana wo de koye sa software no ebeba out. And you'll be surprised say sika no ebetumi ama yen data center ye wo okrom ha I very credible ma any various countries are yen panyinfo koho eco source information e dey be bua oman ebetumi I better sense but because obi kotokum obi dwene ne hunti ye be ba na everybody intimate of a
yes sir
we see they are still investigating oman mu ha say we person we sweep niema for capital here we say we are still investigating inti we investigate but it is a fraud for somebody to sit somewhere and just come up with a software, sell it to the government of Ghana, make monies, and at the end of the day the citizens will suffer.
Okay,
it is very bad.
It's a very bad on an adwene no say it is a when say chechemu a NC for day ba ene de ka ka ho nyina no ye behwe na ya council mensa in some ye kan nimusam ye nyina ye nim se de SIM card registration ho sam ba ya ma photo santin ye de afa ha de wura ha na asamba ko a wura Joe Anoche kan ne say the Director General of NCA said from the beginning of June 1st 2023 SIM registration exercises will only be for new SIMs.
They are thinking of how to block SIM cards.
Yes.
They are not even thinking of how to be able to make sure that the loopholes now one creating will be blocked.
And date you're saying, and 27th, until May, June 1st, so SIM card no, old SIM card not on register yeah. To me find your juma. No sense to dia pay from June 1st no SIM card be on register bia no ebe ye new SIM card enye old SIM card bio mensa mamiti o so adwen kire e wo sana moto e
yo Jacob na midase mama chia ahwefo nyina ene no pay na menchia menua intoso mafene pa eja yewo oman a yate state institutions and our state institutions no ya more responsibilities say monhwe na montoto nioma. The primary responsibility for state institutions, depending on state institutions that were done on say obehwe na area state institutions ne hwe so no be providing essential services to the people of this country. Inte Jacob na ye started san komo we. They also dey kan hwe ne say NCA for a state entity. The taxpayers' resources na fund omo. Omo core mandate ne saying the act establishing the NCA, the National Communication Authority, mandate ben ene de ma NCA. Mandate emrano de ma NCA no. To facilitate the provision of essential services to Ghanaians, and now said to impede on the right of Ghanaians to have access to those essential services. And then a question you say, because in PNP, we are so focused on punity. Instead of encouraging, facilitating, it was civil society. They be a share. Only embassies needing come. One of the things are you share, you the access your mind be your friend digital inclusion. How much of your citizens have access to internet? How much of your citizens have access to mobile phone, proper communication channels? Nina eye o mani yimpuntuo ahyen so de nubia. Now e dey na NCA e kan wa ha. Ni di kan. E ja come dey akoto your SIM card. Ya here registration dada. Obi nu obetimi aka kire me say before NCA started sa SIM card registration yi na your SIM card be your system one yen register here. It's impossible because even time ani eton auto SIM card wo kwanchen auto your USDD system SIM vendors no would register the SIM card for you. So you provide your identification card or your national identification number, either your passport, your voter's ID card, Ghana card, health insurance, any card that identifies you as an individual. You provide it to the SIM vendors, and then through a provided USDD system, they register you. All SIM cards in this country were registered. Okay, if all SIM cards in this country were already registered, that means that the problem was not registration of SIM card. What was the problem? NCA catcher and say the existing system poses some serious challenges as far as data integrity is concerned. Because the system it had multiple registrations for SIM cards, and some fraudulent people had registered with some people's ID cards and all that. And so the sole purpose of this exercise by the NCA was to correct that deficiency in the data integrity that the NCA had with the existing data registration of SIM cards. That was the problem. Because I've been able to prove to you, say, the problem was not that SIM cards in this country were not registered. Sorry. SIM cards were already registered. NCA wanted to curb the problem of data integrity. Okay. If the problem was data integrity, then let's look at the approach that the NCA took. Say, indeed, now, was that the right approach? NCA say, we have a data integrity problem. So we are re-registering all SIM cards. But this time around, we are not allowing anybody to use any other form of identification apart from your Ghana card. There's absolutely no problem with that. Except the fact, say, the type of identification at NCA, it choose to say, and only the sole document of the re-registration exercise, its coverage was not universal. na che say enye Ghana ni bia na etimi enya kwanya acquire sa identification no be. Because NCA must understand the say enye NCA enye omo na ye adwuma.
Enti say no wo aye aduru ho. Eno omo se Ghana card ene yemfa nya adwuma no. Yemfa register. And one more time register SIM card and no say one my ample time as so be to call register the card. And in the brain so na so won't register with the no dear. And you'll be the commentary by March and May ending no one more register SIM card for be there be a from June 1st card for from one and no register. And so we don't can say be a
Jacob da yasempa. Ayasem kesi
na some ne de wa
menye sure say NCA for no madwene ho because I will say NCA for tias say enyo omonko na ye adwuma. They don't work in an isolated system. They work in an ecosystem of state institutions. Wo mo dwumade no enyina affect the work of the NCA, especially the state entity responsible for the provision of the sole identification card for the SIM registration, which is the National Identification Authority. NI4, etumia kachire NCA4 say, look, sir, national ID card and a Ghana card na must say registration no. Yetimi register Ghana for a population of estimated about 30 million people. We have covered about 90% of citizens. Entino, ubetimi dia registration. As we speak, the NIA is still struggling to register. There are places where some Ghana card registration are still ongoing. There are places where people are still complaining about having access to their card. They've registered for several times and getting access to their card is still becoming a problem. National ID card now will say your final registration. No, its coverage is not universal. People still don't have access to that card. What is the motivation? Say the NCA still is they are insisting say all other forms of identification, they say Ghana is irrelevant. Let me link this thing with several other systems. I think say it is becoming a problem for this country. What is the obsession of Abanwe with the Ghana card? Abanwe, the obsession with Ghana card, any day. When you say under Abanwe, for the first time in this country, won't mean for any other form of identification, any transaction or bank apart from Ghana card. If you read the banking regulations, the Basel 1, Basel 2, none of the banking systems across the world has a dedicated ID card. The requirement for a proper KYC of banks is a card that can identify you. Recently, I was in Johannesburg. I wanted to change some money from the bank. I didn't understand my passport. Just walk straight to the bank.
Say some of the banks in Semina. Say you know say bibi sa no eto wiasa man say nyina mra. And na yem fan kokotun kase. Court way. Weni na ba ne ye. Yesu ye nim say bia say ni ya. Sa na international no wiasa man say nyina gitum say betumi ayina de adwuma. Say ye deviate e de call Ghana card no so much a ebema sim registration sam no yentumi emma so enti ebreso ne yedi Jacob.
The point I want to make is say there was say state institutions on moye adwuma womonti ase say before a Ghana card ebeba no now your other forms of identification you use over time the integrity of these identifications are even more potent than the Ghana card. Yes, so the Dakoropa bank say unkuta Ghana card untimi nye transfer. Electoral Commission say or person or the Ghana card and voters register. NCSA or the Ghana card, or SIM card, a Ghana card. What is the obsession with the Ghana card? And let me link it up with something briefly before. You see, there are certain level of suspicion among young citizens, any civil society in Kwa, but among a large section of Ghanaians. Say, the head of the National Communication Authority, Joe Anochi, I can answer me. One no, any nipa before Abayi ever power 2016 elections, Abayi any NPP for Abon and Samrane say, one no boa one more mutimi win elections.
Oh, Kwambezu.
Oh, Jacob na won't here.
The so na walk, and I'm just so Kwambezu no more the cancer.
Oman can't quite of fast so a more win elections 9 today. But Omo born and Samrane say, one no let club has say. Enna, or buy ade obi entumi anye do anoche baya wa be yo erade omoto nyom no bonisi se anoche na aba e kwan of so every elections ne yen kan kire om ye de sa enti sa ni pen ye de ni call NCA e free ho e na sa Ghana card no man ye fa Ghana card nye sei ye fa Ghana card nye sei ye fa Ghana card nye sei e jakwabna sa me ka kire wo say society organizations anything me move you krom ha say any other political parties any suspicion say a kwanya sa anoti ni nkofo mo NCA any other regulatory authorities to say the National Education Authority almost here in charge of the Ghana card a kwanya mo fa so yo mo no ma no na electoral commission so ejina pintin and saying yetie your friend is saying Nsroma ono so call parliament say yem penema yem fa Ghana card no kwa enye registration or say omugina baby omugina into we share what the NCA is doing, what NIA is doing, and what the electoral commission is doing now. It creates a huge suspicion say abayi or adwenipobi wo boni bi person or this Ghana card
and no wadwen and na work.
I'm pointing you to evidence. That's a suspicion.
Wadwen and na work. Yes. So say
asema meka nyina ya madwene.
Wadwen osusu.
Asema meka nyina ya madwene.
Fornisi Breno Breno ya adwuma.
Iti ya madwene. Say I sit back and I watch the National Identification Authority and the NCA. Omuduma omudia chinchina person omofo so Ghana card no ediso Ghana kon. Any kwanya electoral commission so abem say chinchina ye mpene ma wo fa bibia even your passport, your birth certificate, your driver's license ye mpene e ma wo fa bibia nye apart from Ghana card. Adwinpo ben e na sa aban we ewo so person the Ghana card ni ye.
But we also agree with me say we can say yemfa every document bia fan konkwe Ghana card no so a ene esa no say ene esa obi onye Ghana ni betu yenum nipa anya Ghana fo a wo mo Ghanaian passport
ejakwabna sa NIA card ya NIA card ya aren't there issues to say enkofo akogye nkofo card a Ghana card akoy register almost sims on this same NIA nti sa data integrity na omani abra no kan wasem
Medase mayenko owusu bempa so ns owusu bempa so eka MPP communication team no Ghana gas on na ye bedwom kasamafo wono so abeka yensa ewa ha owusu bempa ma wache ma wakọ aba no pay
Joso
and no pay ya kasa dia for sim card registration ho samsam ho 11 million SIM card to be blocked NCA won so wadwen kire bebi efiri ne bebi a bebi duru no
Jacob na menye MP NDC MPP member communication member. I'm a deputy communication director of the party.
Deputy communication director
yes,
of NPP.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have to state that.
It's a wadwen kire was somebody
kind say metie me ba me ofa de na mentie no de na o kan but them say me colleague or han wakasa na de di kan mechia watiefo ne warefo amo UTV na yakase what the topic about a very important topic. You see a building nation no you build a free gradual developmental processes in life
ne move on na gradually konanim na ye nsakraye na ye koyanim meni fredi me kai ebra me wo Prempeh College me call London na me bae na me use Nokia 3210 Nokia 3210 na super okwa osem no du abonten ano ato sim card na odi ashim na ve oye omuana e shase se e change na e go process o sim no kra no the way CTA no wa udi ka ho na nyoma a lot of things goes on and abedru pompon so bia you see amanfo timi wo ho na obi afre o Ghana gas you see mo fa nipa nkofo bi afre mo wan a lot of fraudulent deals going on because of this SIM card registration na koswa amanfo gidi yes UTV Accra amanfo use mo e de ye nyoma bebre ya ubekọ akira ubedi akira ubekọ na nipa na yisim na to atwene na untimi tracy in the background. And we living in a society whereby cyber security has become a dangerous year. You need to say a very key. Let me mention about 6 countries, 7 countries. The poor countries in the world. And they go into that thing and say, almost among folk or just sima, they have to register. Recently, Philippines. They've given a deadline for SIM registration. Who did why? For 2 years. 2 years, you know. The authorities in question are saying, look, we cannot sit down and allow this thing to go on. You're making sure, say, 25th of last month, they've closed it, and they're making sure, say, everybody out your minimum or your citizen, you have to comply with the rules and regulations, because a part and parcel of what the agenda to make sure, say, they kept down on certain ABA M1 or minor and cost. Intino, yantiasi say, yachichiro maya. Nye bibia na obeya, amanfo ebefano tra na obefano say, there's always problems. But minjidi ye say, adwinto to aba, amansi, ama deadline, ama to me kaise minister, oslo usu bekaye, there was public outcry. Ye united to kroma amanfo beka say, the way I ikono kebeya, omumbie mu na amanfo enhwe, na ye ntumi nye hu bibi, ekoso, ema almost another to even it became a backlash. Say the way and your mercy kono, same no be in a SIM card and a BBR. Into a very key. Say as a nation, you don't say, hey, you go to Britain, you cannot go and just get a SIM card and just use it a SIM card just like that without going through the due process. Who do address beba, proof of ID beba, who do BBR beba? Go to Britain, go to Britain today, go to America. What are we talking about? We are living in a global world where somebody can just pick up a phone and threaten somebody's life and get away with it. So security procedures and nyoma we see a building we see a part unless we want to live in a Stone Age era where or no buyer or no you maybe we are also a Social Democratic Party or better no these policies and we have a lot, and I'll come to the Ghana card. So at your senti, yenim the SC Okroma, any Susan so say a build or Maya Chichi or Maya. Ye ko yenimuno nei, nyoma bebre sisa, ewe any mobile phone and udi ube for the next one, ubebana a changing, now you use new different phone. A lot of things are changing. Enti yenina no yentiase say ye your mind, and you be bia ne bekoso badwen totoa. Said ye can say bia NCA for deadline on their money in your man. Okay, as a nation, you bet my casa so a lot of people you share the statistics a lot of people know intimi enya a communication as a cause yet to my moi where National Communication Authority no more humanize or policy direction back near civil society a friend say state institution and no man who they reform say NCCA and quantity no can be bar ye bon the real state institution. These are all areas they are lacking what it takes to make sure say be bon your man de uru and your man ketinkiti bi nipa kura nim say e koso ti mumie nyina ye ntiase say e your man chichire e be si adwene po ne aka say this one will help the nation and yeah about nipa sumesi anai Said we to eja kwabna no obi ko fa identity no wa friend say me use eja kwabna SIM card and so ko use obi no their friend na bi aba true caller eja kwabna na enye wa no obi dia koye bibia. It is so no be denting your credibility. And it's very important that in advanced countries, you can't go out there and do those things and get away with it. Yeah, chichire or mine. Or mine chichire, baby, I do go Dubai. WhatsApp call, won't mean a video call, WhatsApp. And these are policies, the reason why they are doing that. Madam, I was shocked, Madam Fubi. Oh, Dubai, na me no, yeah, or Tadiama, na me friend. I'm so, mommy, for video call, say, I had a yes, sir. Intimate frame video call, and people are watching. Adekye na say but then Dubai for so sorry ka say and the communication authority e wo no omunni ho kwan na we ma sorry. There are laws. You see, nipa nam Bible crack say nipa nam etimode so man sesamba ensesa no ba edimpuntu ni yedie ba nipa abrabom. Enti ye koye nimu no ese eti ase se ebeboa oman no hyehye ene eneyi no enioma ekoso in terms of cyber security ni enioma edi oyene any idea emfa nipa enkankro emma no ebeboa
the main document be gina so e dey SIM card register SIM card no and Ghana card no and Ghana card so our challenges wo ho a wo so to me ensolve enwie as we speak nipa bi wo ho mo so to me ka mo card
granted me jitu
it is innocent people no se ko twa mo card mu a na information no enfi wo mo identity NCA communication ministry and Ghana card national Ghana card for no and come and Ghana card for one data and fanyina so mfanye there some day no so
I think say enkomodidie no e koso a e be do that level yeah very important as a nation you who say enkomodidie no koso e bia no raise the issue the media is very key in terms of all these nation building fundamental say sa nyoma we nyina data system data collection ye koye nimu no key na menu ya kan asem bi aba Ghana card na eja atwetwe aso kakra se bi wanya do Ghana card no what obsession na Ghana card no wo for aban siswe ye koso no eja ye sorry a ye ko ye nkwala abrem ne ye tese Cote d'Ivoire ya okwa they have a personal idea who your citizen na we need to identify me ni say obi a wo oman and now Ghana ha say yes oman utimu as a citizen of this country go to Germany uko Germany apart from their passport they have an Ausweis uko UK they have a national ID uko other countries even in America all these developed countries in developing countries now they have a form of idea say you are a citizen of a country very important going forward we should not lose sight of the fact that as a country we need this national cohesion, national integrity, ni oman citizenry no. You be jina ye na so brani. It will be catch say sebi aban bi betra so a yenim omo tries on be Ghana card e be ye fiasco. Yenim dey see I don't want to do politics with this. We know and so yet omo dey show political party preamble no constitution say omo dey socialist. The ebema nipa ye di akonkan ombe use of minor resources so there many pay di akonka edu Ghana card government manye me kai say me free land and buy me call Kumasi Grove room we could be lie so for almost 2 weeks ye ma me paper keke ordinary paper you are aware yet Chrome house social democrat what manye Ghana card ordinary Ghana card they couldn't do it and now be a ye I'm proud say me call America me do London you see any form of ID me here they accept it. They take it as an idea, a chibibi. Niente Kroma, and a general secretary of a political party, a government in waiting. Ebe catch Ghana for say, many party followers in register Ghana card. It's on record, daily guide, front page, daily guide, Ghanaian Chronicle. And I have it here, I'm just trying to retrieve it. Ese dunketia. NDC, yen ni mukurani ya koto election electoral college, omukuta 6 million followers. Na obia so nim say the ompenifo kan om de adwuma. People are crying more than they believe sitting here telling us say Ghana card obsession. Unim say sebi Bible crack on say mo emphasis de ma Caesar ne emfa ide ma. Eduru ho na aban no eka ye bohu dawuro say Ghana card ene ye de beye bibia beye say now a general secretary of a political party. tibi sorry catch any followers say mama ko register na ye was shortfall of a group of people Ghana card. Would you blame the system even though we have problems in the system? Would you go and blame the system because some of them take the general secretary as the gospel truth? The other canon and the party for the my general assembly ko register yanko. And it happened in this country. It's here. Ghana Web is here. Eja, sometimes, you know, politicking, obsession. Say, Joe Anochi, when Juma as a professional, meaning needs any credentials is questionable in terms of a. So be a yeninaha and ye sebi personality a ubia one a Juma or ye what is say Joe Anochi betra and see or ye say bibi afan home. Efa communication ho a ubetimi dia bɔ no kwa aduri aka asem odi ase anaso betena ho no what is bibi akochi a ubetimi betimi dia aka se o jo anochi betena hai asem bi asia ma ya kan ho asem. It's just a hearsay and a street man's talk of yes anochi na yes aginidi na ho anwan measures or dia to akwan communication in terms of NCA policies and directions no menyi ni so obi akwadare mu yamfa Dr. Tevinu ma ye jeli omo ya no muti yantie no omo ye party people no muti ho no ma no omo ye adwuma under NDC ene ye jeli omo mo wonsawam. What happened at NCA ejakwabna you know it. What happened ene NCA sanity ekoso ho ama adwuma pa ye de akekere oman ekoso enkrofo bi betena abema ye jeli omo da jails is here because of NCA more fees and sekoso ho meboa. Go and check the records. Dr. Tevin, no, maybe or make that you know about Anochi, and I wanted to make it clear. This is a Ghanaian now. What distinguishing him in the United States of America? Go and read his credentials in terms of what he has done. The records is there for everybody to see. What you say? It's MPP for your boy, your home, and we have the men. These are the men. Anochi is one of the typical example of the men that we have. Okay. Transformation or the by NCNA, Ubetna also be a Ghana card. Dr. Tevinu, those people, Ubetna some person me a Ghana card. Me know Ubetna say no, Eja, me could be lies who said they make catch on. Almost 2 years, 3 years, Ghana card here, who be paper and yet timae, and then me two botoma, you wallet. You have a Ghana card, a true identity. Showing that you are Ghanaian.
Ghana card me pese beko ehun se bebre san se yakase beko a so no ka tro ECOWAS card ene nemanema enso Ghana card nemanema nti ye be pebrene abe no
so very key so person we chi mo be not free I don't want to be a spokesperson for the
yes
it's an identity
ye be card na ye di so but ma me sha se free so na hwe ye se wi ase mansan nyina wi ase man nyina no kuro a most polluted pa no Ghana Accra na to so 7 the 7th most polluted a year Accra. Eti mami mi say sa o hwe Korea ya bobo din say number 1 Katamandu, number 2 we the Krata the Daily Dispatch
almost source
and credit to Ghana Web and also okay what's it? Data from the World of Statistics has mentioned Accra, Ghana, capital, as the 7th most polluted city in the world. And you know, if you World of Statistics, one more and at the buy. And you Osha Maya who do able din in Anwa or say a man would say Nkrono. Beirut ka ho bibi antokwane ba nyamanema ho e ka ho bi na Ghana na etoso Accra na etoso 7th wo ne say sa bibi edai any man penin so asem o kan say Accra will be the most cleanest city in Africa yetume du sabotai no yetume no ho ade ne sikwan da be ne beduru ho
eja me da say this question but I was trying very hard to get the source of this information because it's very important. Say, my platform yesusu. It is a newspaper because lefty. Sa topic we know the ba na yenya a credible source to buttress what we are saying. A money difficult.
And I can say a word of statistics.
And I has also my Google the top 10 most polluted cities in the world, and I haven't seen any Accra in it. In terms of on a stretch of my imagination, say me Google no matter say BBC, they are talking about other countries. A war area more Accra and count, but other countries no a be more air pollution, no more kind data statistics and all that. But nonetheless, a very important say cleanliness there. A dia ye need Freddy. Idea manning cities, and in terms of city, this is Accra. It's always become a cosmopolitan town where migration has become a key problem. A major from those in the rural areas, man, bag is Accra, and a lot is happening within Accra, in and out. The city has become choked in terms of how we are moving the city. Oshe countries be to say, your friend is saying Nigeria. Almost Lagos. The way Lagos are chokuni, the way Lagos air corner, they needed to change the city from Lagos to Abuja, and then ease the pressure within the city, so that Lagos nankasa no pressure the way a city no betimi. I think say idea very important, and you're looking at other areas of infrastructure expansion in terms of how the city is planned. It be a population size at that time. Now it be a Kwame Nkrumah time. Now we're looking at the population of about 8 million Ghanaians, and then going forward, and then we are looking at more than 30 million Ghanaians, and majority of them are population size Uche Ashanti region. Greater Accra is the most populated city. It tells you, say, all the time. And the laws, there are bylaws, are local authorities, most of them, Ghanaians now, your assembly members, your representatives in the various assembly, you take a decision in terms of how to make sure, say, your Nyoman kiti be a basic, Usha, and Nyoma be breba, policies, no, Oko Accra, near Zabae, and go for Jina, Henry Cote see or Pamo Pamuya to Abamau. And this has become a phenomenon. A political mindset that everybody is just taking a cue from that. Abawe ban or yes or take stiff measures to implement clean environment and a year. Ube can't report to on cases be recently talking about flood situation. You see a Kwame Nkrumah circle. Eja eshishin krofo ekunkum krofo happen so many years down the line. What has been the roadmap? There are towards safety measures, ye changing nyoma, and many ensure area circle the ya interchanging now ensure ye day we need a critical planning. Ye busebium say town and country planning for the institution mandated to make sure say all these things na nyoma ekoso baby river bodies, water bodies be fani ade. What are they doing to make sure say sa nyoma kitin we are mitigating ama yetimi ahwe ama sa nyoma we nyina atima nkoso. All these things no hwa ade key intimi emwa ema nation building. And media me who say it's first of all no kind, but I don't know the source.
Mampeni can say in 2017 say when him say he will make Accra the most cleanest city in Africa. In fear Nsian Nsumuni, sa cleanest city in Africa no. When your estimation no, ayejuma.
Oh, say a policy direction comes from a leadership. Leadership comes policy direction. It takes the citizen to take the drive to make sure that drive and I said the vision and the drive no comes to fruition. I mean, Henry Cote, Minister Bena Waba and Mayor Ben Waba were taking bold initiative. Look at Agbogloshi. What happened in Agbogloshi? Agbogloshi was like some place like it was like nightfall in Soweto in Agbogloshi. You dare not say 13 area view Agbogloshi. You couldn't even go there and even enter there and do anything. But the name Ukwa look at the way Henry Cote took a bold decision to make sure so be clear that area, to make sure that place becomes a safe haven for the ordinary. Most of the criminal activities are a lot of things be beer kosubiya ku wankra ushima ejakwabna ne happen wa agbogloshi. Leadership taking the cues and making sure say a be happen and the transformational agenda obe koswa no neja nipa ba kubi aba no akwa ko hu asumasi akon na kwan fa so a ye ade we no esusanso no emwa party we and these are happening integration of individuals, you know, your perception and how our beliefs and political union no emwa. But even our colleagues from the other side, the NDC, know say the kwan ayewu Henry Cote e fa so say o mampani adi so adi ho a o peso o yema say the okan Accra becomes the cleanest city, and how you be able to manage the Accra no your share say so be no e kwan o fa so say o ye no na ye ne kwan so a mo amkra mo betena ha mo bi be bo na ba so e kan. But ni nyina no eja enye sebi ye de ba ko ene etimi ewie adwumadi, but it takes time and policy direction will come. There will be ups and downs. There will be problems one way or the other.
Okay.
But one way or the other, as a citizen, as a collective country, we need to move forward and make sure say the president are taking bold initiatives. Say we are making sure that Accra becomes the cleanest city. Na sebi eja utufie na otobola egu udanchi kotogo temuna insuo tona eyirifa no. And no. What the president can do about it, making sure all the institutions are functioning to make sure
so that
make kind of say
until say on the share banner say one way say boano masa ni so ade hunu bam na anyo madwuma yi a more or less no we feel so we can say because one church to me support
the me can say policy direction bar. Henry Cote is a typical example. He took a bold decision to implement and make sure say Accra, because recently or they clean your gutter, clean your frontage, all these things about, but the citizens themselves they take it. They be Ghana local bylaws who could read they know the individuals there, they know but they don't adhere to them, and no making sure say the right thing is done. It needs a collective effort of the entire
once the password dinti na mra wo ho no wo na se ohwe kwanse mra na be ye adwuma ye fa na se fie ha ye we program aye no ye wo executive producer ho your producers wo ho ebia time say na se mo pon ebia say na se mo ye no say na se mo ya hye di say enti so to producer to me hwe say time e de half ni time e de newspaper ni time e de we ni ese so to me hwe say eye adwuma mpa na enti ni se emra no wo ho na se wo ese se o ma mra na ye adwuma no upushi institutions man na ye omoma mra na ye adwuma no so want to be push omama mra na ye adwuma and
now my example recording demolition exercise one our report some reporters back e wo kwa benya ho baby unauthorized year omni permit ni and he went there and he said he would give them ultimatum to demolish. Indeed, he started demolition and traditional authorities and penifua chocho including all political divide unim behind the scenes and yoma otin na asum to the extent say bold decision I will take here beboa ama Accra etima ye krabehwe ebeye fiasco because the system will not allow you to do whatever you want to do.
And then said na
obi na e kan ho me kan ho me no tie kan obi kan ho
and say you to say me
Adekye no a
me hwe no sefa me tie no sefa ho or say my own people Henry Cote can say
of course
or say my own people we no mampani no say me pese be bia de we make sure say within 4 years say me hwe kan say and can be here project
and make sure say a system you know and you know the
system be called say
a system to see am to me Henry Cote na wo Jacob Bra ko si dai wo nsu ana wo baby na ma ba se mba be bo to beto Jacob Bra be use me wo be use me because you know me, you use me as a so at least maybe patrol ye da kroma ekoso you know ekoso enye aban enye president asem
who run the system.
We need to conscientize our mentality. Our mentality is very important.
And have you been doing that?
How do we do that? The media is the fourth state of the realm. The media.
And
before any policy direction comes out in any advanced countries, it is very important to say the media, the proponent of our democracy, who say there were 3 pillars of government. What you say? Now 3 pillars of government here, who say checks and balances be haunting, and creating the fourth estate, which is the media. Media no, nyana juma nkwane say, or sorry, the oya say educate, moya must educate, entertain, and inform. The media shape up opinion. The media conscientize. The media gives a directive when it comes to opinion and nation building. When you study journalism to the next level, this is how the media is, that's why you go to the advanced country, the media is so powerful.
And yet,
it is not about, that's why they can say democracy. Democracy. Almost say government of the people, by the people, for the people. We all work collectively, and it's very key. Say,
what can say media? Say, ekobase bi ame ameti hayi, mehunu bribi. Na sade ne nkoye say government ben or say government ben ho na say media personnel me hu bibi say bibi nkoye na say me use me medium me platform na me kan wasem a the party in power, the government in power ebe sha say wo mo be attack onsentwe na say the body na wo hu say de bi nkoye no o kan wasem no they will start to attack him. I started manidin eye na mahudo be man kasa nso no mu say asomesa somo kan ye no
adwuma no different forms of the way you present it. In journalism, first cardinal rule is that you don't bring your emotions into presentation of a factual evidence as a journalist. Look at Christiana Mampo. She will go there and do whatever information that she has. Your information is key. So see, you took that hana or facts, what show no TVs, what presented the facts. Leave it for the ordinary people to judge for themselves. You don't bring your emotion. When you immediately bring your emotion, that is where everybody will start drawing conclusions. That is the point. The American say, Mamma, one example of a journalist that we use as an example. It is very important to say. Very important so say media will play a major role. President, the policy direction about it behoves. The past president Kufuor buy or can say you make Accra the cleanest city. He's not the first person who can say President Mills or buy he cares obey you first 90 days to make Accra the cleanest city. What do you say? And no young kasa wa failure. It is the ordinary citizens. Young kasa ya brabo ye bo. Eja very key. As you can once, I'm not here to play to the gallery. Say anything. Now I use Henry Coty. Say Mayor Ben Waba in recent time, or what that bold tenacity, or what that kind of zeal say, or big taking up certain challenges are. And you're very critical. No media changing Accra, Amakra, Krabewe. Why yeah? But yet he's facing huge Herculean problems. Wa unim se happen wa and after so system no e kwan e fa so a ye nyoma bi wa re Kwame Nkrumah circle interchanger e kwan a e fa so a it was a big opportunity for one government to change the whole drainage system in Accra. Odias you know you be can another day.
Okay.
How much money was spent on Kwame Nkrumah circle interchange? Kwame Nkrumah circle interchange to build a whole overpass. How much money?
So one or say Ebeka wants some next time. The next time Bani Yakwa Kasa someone wants some. Nana, sir, if you want some can any say near my many any the Eka Kahuni man penny ball share no say Oberman kind at the same wine the most cleanest city in Africa. Nature san can have a papa. Send so I didn't let me do any report here by ye can was. Yes, sir. One more topic a bit discussion.
Pollution. And yes, sir. Pollution. As to say, pollution on what? Wamaya antiasi. Nediani so say Ghana is the 7th polluted country in the world.
One clean.
What I say? Inti ama discussion no me hunu baby a me fan shasin fi because say ukasi a polluted. Is it because ebia yewo industries bebre nti the air has been polluted? Is it because ebia yen drainage systems enyenti no pollution aba ema scent bi ni niema bi around yen to me in breathe wo omemu ha na it me feel say se paper no or the assembly betugu a oma yenhu potin your person ye discuss because sani ame bra ozu bempaka say utumu say wakasem ni nyina abubom because wakofa nkrofo afi won krom aba be settle won kran ama population no akosoro sebe drainage system a emu asiu a yentumi intitimuma insu asese ekọ baby ese ekọ no ekofa ni nyina no wakeka bom na semenso me decide say me keka bom a na ne na mebisa me hu say anye bia si yetua pollution tax ana mebwa se wo hwe ukoto petroleum product there's pollution tax on it sanitation tax no there's pollution tax also on it check inti yembi say hu say yeka who the granted say yeka sanitation any pollution nyina akra boma yetua ho tax ana mebwa inti sa tax kakra na yetua no then what the yeman asoman. This is question number 1. Question number 2, say me san fani say ebia nkrofo afi baby crow ewo omamu ha ene won nyina ba be hyenkram mantemu hantina ahaba be populated bibiri so dia na yembi say hu say as oman no den na ye ebema mmabunu afi won krom aba woreba kro kasim aba be ye adwuma anye bia say yetumi ebue enwuma bi wo kron kitwa ni mu a ebema obia atwa nani aba be nkram krom so aba be ye adwuma na the question is no but yembi say hu say how many factories can we boast say bani say ye wo various districts and I say various regions because abanga ko nyina woba one promises ni bia ne say job for the ordinary citizen, job for the youth. Yembi says population are yewom about 30.8 million Ghanaians. How many youth are employed? Say uhwe anase usamba biema. Ubebisa hu say anye bia omemu ha say yekese yepese ye plan bibia. Yewo state institutions bia wo frɛ no town and country planning. Mpacho dabe na wote wonka. Anye bia de bia ameka utumi nam lorry kwan bi so saa wo be fe say uruku wo be kwakọ du no na eyobi gate anu na wabue na wo de wuka kwakọ room na wabi say na so kwan ya ekoi me fe say bia nke de miracle baby. These are all state institutions are sabi won ye won adwuma yi na so nkrofo je hu aketua enti wabi say de bia no ye de niam hye aban oteso but state institutions no so no eye won asedi say impo aban de bribiriba na ade na emmoa oman na ese wotumi de wonansi form say yen na ade we wo de ba ye be ye hu adwuma kwan benso e na ye betumi aye se na ebe ya ebebo man no ba pempi no obi are protecting position inti sa ade na yo enyo na
ye na musa
inti ebe wi achi no na ba be down politics mini aga say o say aban bi nya opportunity say Kwame Nkrumah circle nka obeye drainage system a nke bi nsida fantastic but yembi sesi ni awaye wo ho no eye anase enye hifo ina dey advice basi ade na wore ye wo ho no wonye ne saa de bia mekese enyo mamu ha nka mi hu street kwan a eye 1 2.5 major street ese ye 3 lanes no wona ma no akwakohia na ba bia akoye 2.5 because half na akwakodi obi kotokum de bia you can say politicians no na wo bo oman ka but ube wi achi no na technocrats na wote ho no wo she achi because politician no wakolo bi odeniama na ba say adiwe na sese yeye unim pefe say sese yeye adiwe na obi ahoto no but this sense obi kutokum obi 10% dey be ameka kakra obi bedi oni na abusuan kakra bedi ntino ade na sese obuemu na obi anya bi no obuemu na wajane sa enti sa discussions we we ababetu gwai a very broad topic me feel say say yenya mri ye because say usha assemblies no krampo district assemblies no say won so won hu bam then we won various districts impo one district na wo no enti susu do ben woje na mwa ben wode ma won a one district ho
na be frame you na assembly common fancy boy
typical example to say Adoso be example because Adoso no Ekwapem North district when you sika fi Adoso but kwa Adoso sesi anakohwe ye lori kwa nye me no kasei marketer wo besi ma Adoso public toilet or market ho enye adwuma because wontu a contractor kai nti se wo ye individual na wo dura ho se wo akọ complete a judgment debt be kan na yeti omamu ha meanwhile no so market no won abua no since 2020 it is obiba market na ne yedu cow na obende assembly to ho
assembly sa
de bia so ba ho beje to it is na no mo sorry say one penny ma unje to a obende
me dance we assembly sa pa say etu bi sa na yeyi ano san say and someday okaso be dey akira no wo gba ho mi se ho enti mensa na fi yenko petition a wo mo dey come special prosecutor say ye hwe na
Jacob na yen tena fidie so ma aban kasamafo when it suits them or more appropriate credit to themselves, but when it doesn't suit them, they want to shift the blame to Ghanaians and states and other agencies. We won't allow anybody to do that. When you also been party if it is here, you can Ghana card the same year.
Oh, go back.
What? No, I'm just making a reference. You can Ghana card the same no. What je abon ho asafo hene say aban bi ba so a Ghana card won to me aye omo buy o ma be ye Ghana card.
But is it not a fact?
Oh, me ba.
Is it not a fact?
Me wo de nyabote me ba.
So even na
nyabote. E ba de ye de who appropriate credit no ama aban no. You see Ghana the 7th most polluted country in the world. We say no de Accra the 7th most polluted country.
City.
We say city in the world. We say eno de enye wa ye fa so bo mo Ghana for any why. What sort of logic is this?
Yeah. Did I see that? Because as allow me. Maybe see if I more Ghana for.
Calm down.
Listen to me. Because maybe I didn't know the own rough road. Why? To
yet omaimo aban eba power. Now you were the National Sanitation Day, which was a programmer. The Honorable Julius Debra, Tamano, local government minister. Okofa by say, Bosumi be the last Saturday of the month. Ghana for you know, she no more mantemuno. Yena yan come on yan prapra on yan sisi home.
Ekusi say
aban yi ba ye no betwa mu
ekusi say sabra na yese ye no. I remember I was in Kumasi, the first one on my year no na mo Kumasi Ghana for anya ntuma for mo ho anya mu bi and man ko do some pempe so
exactly but
it was an initiative.
It was an initiative.
It was one of the best initiatives.
Yes, which should have been continued.
But what happened?
I mean, say, Elijah Liu Mahama, the late Elijah Liu Mahama, Bresumpo. What can say, Bodan Fubi Kura say, or no could be Jones or Cobana say, now every month, first Saturday of the month, I quite national sanitation.
Yes. The point I'm making is saying, what the program bar? Program bia enye ni mu ya na Ghana for be dia tum. Your insistence your consistency and sensitization to carry the people along. Who buy now the national sanitation they go see change. And I got the Ministry of Sanitation. What the Ministry of Sanitation no? Mekai, you raise a concern, say it is going to create a problem because you maintain one more in charge of sanitation, the local, the ministry, how do you call it, the district assemblies. The district assemblies are in charge of the day-to-day cleaning and sanitation of our communities. The district assemblies are under the Ministry of Local Government. So, Okote, a separate ministry for sanitation, who, to a very large extent, may not have a certain synergy and reach over the district assemblies. You are going to create a problem. Ejakwabna, what has been the impact? This is not the first story about Accra being the most polluted. There are several stories about with respect to the pollution in Ghana and in Accra. And I'm saying, why do we have a separate Ministry of Sanitation? And still, Ghana, that's so recorded all this negative publicity from international watchers. Number two, na era into make a reference to the sanitation tax. This is a story by Daily Graphic, 11th July 2022. That is last year. Or say, the sanitation and pollution levy of 10 Ghana pesos per litre on petrol products has accrued more than 196.5 million as at the end of last year, May 2022. Just 15 months of its introduction, the sanitation and pollution tax had accrued 196.5 million Ghana cedis. Where is this money? What intervention has Abanwe made with this money? What did Jeffrey Ghana for me? No, you bought me a koto petrol. Now I take 10 pesos per liter. And to one top petrol, no, depending on the amount of liters, no, what you almost 10-20 cedis. And what did you say? Sasikawe, before I buy a small husband, probably TV, so I be blame Ghana for. Say, yeah, Ghana for. Yeah, support to a buy no. Yeah, the internet, no. Only year no sell 196.5 million sanitation and pollution tax now. What did this since last year? As at May, so by now we are hitting over 300 million Ghana cedis. What the are then? What sort of intervention or this we are here? Until you're able to tell us this, and make nothing soon can try and say, yeah, Ghana for, and now yeah, support to a buy no, now just assemblies for no, and no more money. Sikawe, its disbursement should have gone to the district assemblies. Say, a buying at the quota, oh, this assembly is Mundi way. Who can I record us? What sort of support and our own free buying ho? More party for credit in the Contokwa. Sika or somebody mano, Eddie Jumano.
Central system, no. A system, no, I in such a way say. I had didn't say you'll be a cocoa. Or Mr. I know a hundred in Quampo when you saw a problem, no. I did branch in your be, Yitiman saying your be, about you saying I understand, but I'm saying, say, who are buying? Who a bra COVID buy? Ah, Nagana for still your whole no. What the COVID-19 tax buy? One way a mobile. What's the sanitation and pollution tax pay so? As at last year, no one did 196.5 million. Sika what did you say? Pollution and sanitation tax. It's a problem.
And yeah, catch and say Accra is the 7th most polluted city in the world.
Man penny and about 2 years and na Usubempekano. Man penny a policy initiative naba. Or the Accra institutions and what is almost to me. So
what is the Kawa institutions on Mufanya Juma? 196 million out this year. What the institutions on Mufanya Juma? One normally sika we man say one farm protect the environment, one farm any sanitation adwuma, one farm ye. We make kanchire.
Okay.
No, you see,
akuntabu na hwehwe say betuma free ho aba
sisa. Before.
Okay.
Because ejakwabna, ye bu manya. You see, anything dey to me show be nsa. Because any sense ka ye betina, ejakwam ka ye betima blame obia. But ye dey to me na show be nsa. Nipa ne ba no, we make promises say he is going to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. And yes, a bomb company say no. Into the sanitation and pollution tax buy, you know. Ghana for Junimuni say, oh, Nipa, what say your boss say? Or by Accra the most cleanest city in Africa, dear. So the 2 bus say, near fan and yes, sanitation, Juma. Be a dream pa. And a Ghana for 2 years out to one of their man. Sikanwe. What is Sikane dear we to say Accra is the 7th most polluted city in the world, near Africa, in the world. Who better house you blame Ghana for and a Ghana for support your buying.
Into this is kind of be a one more
Sikanwe.
Okay. It's where the sanitation ministry no mean says a 2 way e be amuna say buha kunta ya brana ayabe ya bredi Accra ya was just about 10 minutes be or in fact be 15 minutes meet yen channel nkakra Accra na yen hwe say ye betumi e de enkonhwehwe no asia wotie ensem a NDC e de ato special prosecutor nim say ankrankra obefo kwabena from port boaten ebobudin e won report no mu no special prosecutor enye hwehwemu fanfa se mfa ho ne yehu nukure wo musan se ankrankra no dodo no ase wo monya hwe lord kombe ayi ano so wono galamse de galamse wonye bi da woni obi ani mane koye bi da ena wonta obi achi so mane nye bi da wo akojo pon kroma so say enya de wo bopo bo ne bi so ogu obefo report boaten hu fi obefo professor Kwam Albert Kwam ono so se wono so oni concession bia ehun sebo bebre etinu yenye ne de wodi je hwehwe mu na fe yehu nukura ewom nana sasemi won den awkade afa ho se hwehwe obefo fripo boaten no ebi no se onye nipakuma ena wakasa intinesi etumi hwe na hwe bi ase yibia no yetumi eye special prosecutor ena NDC for the akoto nanim se onye hwehwe mu eden akade afa ho we dey mama 5 minutes essence match 5 pepe ni asore
Jacobna
yes sir
me hu report no me yemu sheme me hu juru mi me suma Ghana na me bisasi nti mpanyifo a wobu oman yenkoso mfrɛ wo mpanyifo ana Jacobna papa yi ode report bi bai sani awa oken oye ni patra oyobi ani mu yeduru yi sabe oyobi mpo a emiri bi atwa mo decide say nko be presidential candidate anambwa nti se onipa se e de report aba betugwa na ade ba ko a esise etiefo ni Ghana fo nyina hu ni se report no enye nra nko an ka ho asemu waka ho since 2020 se 2021 na sanka president otisui be bribia fa ho a sanka oye yanke mabodin na ohwe na onye bribia mfa ho niti no eso ma Ghana fo nyina hu se okona yesi yeriko galamse ntokwa no eye ndada matena firisu akesi emrante na won akire won akogu prison ene nasefo ni nyina no it's just a cover up because impanyimfo nankasa na wore ye galamse no woni nam ho won kire won anye bia enti wo je di se papa yi obetumi abetena se aboniti mu akesi Lord Komi okagalamse hu nsemsem obetumi abetena wa akesi yenwura gabi aje ochire dako gabi ochire dako oye lawyer for a company yenyina wakesi they deal illegal mining. I mean niema bi wo hono ma mema yen sweeping under the carpet niema bi wo ho a mema yen clear
so do na sam waka nko say nkrofo we ade we eno mo ka sam no form say no there be
ejakabna me ne woti hei me ka sam kire be ye over a month na minim sa ade a me ka kire we e ade bi a ehia esese utu ho anamon na ma hwe wa bosum ba ko atwam wanka ho hwe ebien atwam wanka ho hwe na me betena ha na me di tugu a wonka ka utimi se asem ya oka kire me mani hu dwumenti na me di atugu an eno ne asem a sisisi an because emra papa ne dey report no kwan no enye ne emre so to extend say wohwe ukinkan nkrata na ode kwan na o say even in a meeting owura with nyankopon afren okay say he is a threat to our forest because forest reserves bi wo ha wo to galamsey wom na me ne wo kra tenet afri so ema wankasa ukọ western regional ntoko bi si forestry commission fo any galamsey won ekwakotu mining company bi a wo se won asizi won free won man free ni nrom nti tumi ben na edi sa de na chintia kenke na wo pese wo wura kwai ni mu na wo kotu galamsey ye wo krom ha etiwa forest emranti bi borua forest ni mu ewi achi no wo se wo ye national security operatives bisa wo se tumi bi inkura sa galamsey ni mu a wo betumi wura yen kwai mu akose kwai na na hwe daily graphic o se Green Ghana Day 9th June mo sai kwai ni wi a mo se yen koye Green Ghana yen san ko dua nua biem mo sai no na mo nya sika no idi wi a mo se yen san insai sika foforo nkoto dua ni emedua na mo san ko sai no den o how na mo de to Ghana fo so yi adan na mo tete Ghana fo sa atenu munim se muntumi nya o fa meto abontin se oh ade yen na ye kase ye besi wa no kwan ba se di eje yensem na se Ghana fo wo emwe bi a wode beboa ma na otumi di aboa mo na umfa ematu gwese yareku ne be wiachi no ebeba abontin na mo nkasa mo nkrofo na wodi sumu asigwa ekaden eja kwabra ekaden metete se nkrofo bi se report no eye hearsay eja kwabra enti papa panyin a oye akoma hu operation obi oye akoma hu operation no odi nsem beba betugwa enye nokware na hina debio na de na hina no begina say onko ye na akoma hu operation
ale teacher ko
debio niam bi wo ho a esese yetumu hu say adiwei
ene ofande
adiwei enye ade enye nsu enye na what is say impo infomso na ba munyentum na da pa ya musupa ni na obesi na we super na we super papa yinso nye obi o ye tra keke wo mu party nim enti se odi asema betu gua orebo mo kokko obo mo kokko mantie tie na mantie no enu na hu nsunsanso abese ene o ma Ghana fu nyina ntie na Ghana fu hu se okuna amuse mo rekono mani mre se mo rekoye de bia amika o mi se okuna wo rekono ungeni mre because o pese utu galamsey asia untena nkran na wo ma command obi na wa ma command wo ho no wo na wo tenkran no odi wudi nko nti won a wabubo ondin no amanfo na di wondin nko ya na ase won a no tu anamon nko ho eye questions a yese yebisa because se obi no di wondin nko e dia ene na omamu ha obi a betumi de obi a di anam no de aye bibi ope
okay me da say Usman pa let me say sasemi baye no owura kojo ponkroma yi no ho ano o say so obese one obese obi proof frimpon di de bibia tisa eni o sanso na lord komi abeyi no ho ano so wono ka galamsey a ono kra the word galamsey no wate na so oni ade a ode no haje muso ye bi da oni obi anu so konko ye bi owura abet kwam so say concession we need concession bia enti omo abobodi nyina adinai and this for say be ya special procedure hwehwemu na hwe no kure wo mu semanum muso ka den
ya governor medase the edi kan ye district assembly common fund say we make key statement be say you are in arrears for 3 years 2 years is not true it's the first quarter of the year 2023 and I have the records here
2023 no muntia
first quarter. Can you share the record? First quarter or he can do that. Why do you want me to share the records with you?
But you are putting the record
you can
on TV,
disprove
so provide
me.
evidence.
See,
no,
you
provide
can.
evidence.
Oh,
you can't
please,
say you have the record
please,
here and we haven't seen the
for
record.
want of a better time.
Show us the record.
He's a media person and he knows that he can do the checks behind the
so
scenes. That's why he has the producers, so they can do that.
After the show.
Please. No, you can't on record. This platform is not a platform.
So provide evidence.
And I say, I have stated it clearly.
What's the first quarter?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2, issue be raised about monies. Also provide the evidence through beyond reasonable doubt. Say, yajeje tax amount of money I'll mention him. Faber 2 dresses here. Now where your sources, where
this is your minister can say.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah. Sanitation levy accrues. This is daily graphic. Accrues 196.6 million. The sanitation and pollution levy of 10 Ghana pesos per liter on petroleum products has accrued more than 196.5 million as at the end of May.
Emphatically say where is your proof? Where is the proof? Where is the proof? Where is the proof? One money. Debbie, one money. I said, don't let try me grow. Frivolous allegations.
Or can say me pamcho bebre. Or can say me and me can say sikano we hen. Or be say na pete bon say sikano we. Me say also man pa me say enti
serious business.
Me say enti also man pa enti back to you someone
allegations of you have no civil society. This man is a neutral. I was expecting him to tone down, but or cut that level. I bet him to go to Sika Mumo Dim Kroma. You bet him can once interchange. One interchange. Amount of money they spend on second interchange. Sika no bet much. They were the most corrupt company in the world. Cited by Bloomberg.
Special prosecutor
they did say a very important say ja you be situate asem say Professor Frimpong what has more kind.
Yes.
Ye nyina nim say ono nana or venting his frustration. That is a fact. He was venting his spleen. Venting his spleen out of whatever he was not able to achieve. Or mampeni ani so adi ho a ye dia hye ne sa. Obekaya say no man no na mining gold mining sector nanka the year anko mampeni ma first March somewhere 2017 and or set it up interministerial committee on galamsey meboa na e kire say galamsey no edidi o mining mu adu level bia abog o my Ghana to the extent say first time from President Rawlings time yanti sa di yahurukasem we a you two mining to that level do level ehu ye no President Kufuor time yanti the way galamsey reached a crescendo in Ghanaian history. Even President Mills, the first 2 years before he may so rest in peace, or to an anonymous here, Antisa, yes, galamsey, serious scale Chinese people doing galamsey using high-tech machines. Started 2013, 2014, up to 2015, and the records are there, and I can prove that because of time. I just want us to take it. And idea a course so to the extent say then minister no you are my very good friend Mahama Yariga one and a minister for environment science and technology a graphic report or can I say let me quote a portion of it that Mahama Yariga says the attempt to halt illegal mining activities has not yielded the desired results that they expected. This is a daily graphic and American. Internet Jana Kodu say Omampeni share the way a new see chrono and say Utimi Yahu be near this year or Seti Abijaku, no the professor. Come now from Paul Watting better and no say o make sure say obey Juman. Kwensima you share the way a situation they call Metu Macau problems going on. The president showed a new direction, say, we are the second term Nabano. A lot of problems went on to the extent, saying the statement to make you need the reactions that came out of the elections because of his bold decisions to take. Galam say side baby one more MPP, we lost those elections and all that because of initiative or a very key point. As a say a very key. All those Galamsey areas. Opa go and check the statistics. Now, we say the records, my friend say a report because it's not a report. You know why I'm saying that? Because I will justify that when I end my statement. And from there, and now they frustration by and now chief of staff just to explain what is happening, why you want to justify why not say
and the frustration
report to be a say whatever you did, you succeeded in whatever you did. This brought all the whole thing, me person on the background. And then you went out there and drafted something and presented to the chief of staff without the entire ministerial committee in Ukraine or more copy of whatever parliament and all those people who are part of the state institutions on account. Now, you write a report, you don't write a report based on assumptions that one statement at one breath, he say, Ubi Ekokache professor, Okokache or Safuma for say, or no, Ubi can wasem some penasem, and therefore Nejumana oy and a honti. Where is the evidence? The same report to Namu, Yenya NDC for Asumu. Udum say baby, or say NDC for only 2 galam say chain MPP for. What the report to him. You want me to read that? Can you read your copy? Or see almost 65%. Of a mom ye galam say Ghana higher DC for. Okay.
There's nowhere in this report.
It is well known.
Read.
It is well known that small scale mining circles and NDC members and sympathizers are well established in the small scale mining, especially in the western region. They acquired several concessions in mineral rich areas during the long period of NDC reign. Majority of them are from the NDC stock. What does that mean?
65% no.
Majority are there. Majority are there. Majority are there. Boss. Granted says 65%. Granted says 65%.
Majority specifically say Galamsey and Nasa small scale mining.
Galamsey. Galamsey report. Maybe hold on. Majority of them, they acquire several concessions or several mining areas during the long period.
Baby.
Oh, and you say they acquire several concessions, and they had money and other resources and sponsor candidates, but also support independent candidates supposedly in the Galamsey areas. Inti Galamsey, you Galamsey as no
started country baby.
Then you can say Galamsey. So
okay, support independent candidates.
But the material can say baby you mention small scale mining and Galamsey. And you know and the point that we're making is the same NDC people are saying it's a Galamsey report. And when they accuse them, they are saying say honor the or small scale mine. Is that what you are trying to say?
I said when I walk kind but the report all kind of mistake all can open say we kwa want to say all kind say NDC for the two galam say okay when I walk kind to all kind no na show kan hono na asem ko na wa kata no say enye nwanwa say minister oh Professor Frimpong Boateng na dey kan say gospel truth for the NDC right enye nwanwa say Professor Frimpong Boateng so credible pa say asem kan the same NDC bastardized him when the galamsey issue came say only obi kra o ya o kan say e dey adwuma and me Sami Jamfi made this on record now what do you say what prevented Professor Frimpong Boateng at that time I know he minister say time no more way koso uti cabinet you're part of cabinet uti at the daily report on inter-ministerial year the direction wouldn't say we no sa committee we na ad hoc committee almost the recommendations say bra mampani dia adwuma o e jacob na so nim sa ama state institutions share those mining and those areas will implement. That is the directive the president gave. Etino say we koso na ehu abampenin force the all cano yeah what prevented him from putting this before the government and now the cabinet or any other and I say coming out boldly to make this decision what mawakotna touch line in fear bears na or could justify why they should give you another post. Or cancel the post.
May say or could justify why they should give him another post. Now
you busa question. No so post.
You busa question me dem come asem. The omo muti ase ase.
Me say me nti ase tira me.
Now you o be justifier. Okocho report we here say this is not a report. I'm sorry. That is not a report for me the where I sit. And you cannot tell me say write a report. Now say Osafo Mafu bi kotena Osafo Mafu office ni ebeka kire wo say nipa ne mpewase. Is that a report? Say the true report ye ni see any free the way a report.
Was it 2021 the report to be mama penny
and no based on hearsay and assumptions. And or their true and you beto.
I know 2021 there.
No. Yes, that is what he put there. Say based on mama examples no.
As 2021 or the report to be my man pen. I'm only
report.
Maybe
I don't know the ones that he presented to the chief of staff. Elikia, Kevin Taylor. The betu abonti about NDC for Abekan Wasema, and they there pasua yekan wasem. And no one sem yeka. What is pushing Professor Frimpong Boateng at this time? So Beba out, no Abekan. That time, the biggest opportunity for you to win your credibility in the eyes of the Ghanaian people was as the time that you were minister. Bra to na beka asem no na Ghana fo nyina hunu se asem a wo kan enyina so be de wasem wo kan ba ko se Gabia Chida ko frɛ se na seize excavators bi na yemfamra na Gabi was interfering. Meanwhile the same interference you okay. Attorney General the court you seize excavator the court ma a competent court of jurisdiction e ka say sika judgment debt yemfamra ban you reverse it. And it's on record. It where lies the influence of Professor Frimpong Boateng can one sema or can sem or can. It is based on a figment of his own imaginations. There is no iota of truth in whatever he's saying, and we are daring him. So proof what he should. That's why President Akufo-Addo has set the office of the special prosecutor.
No.
He is the minister. He who alleges must prove beyond reasonable doubt. He must prove
that will be to
the level that
special prosecutor also one regime said they are okay.
Professor Frimpong Boateng has now become a you. Ninsem all can or proof that time he was a minister of state. Wanye watwea mane di ofori penso atwam apam. Afei na won say bibi koso wo man ni mu.
Wonye ni say ebi so na asem no waka.
On kan ba bia.
Me asem na me bisa.
Oja on kan ba.
Enti one mampani anwe asem no.
Ene de from Professor Frimpong Boateng be ka asem wa mana ba abonten a Kevin Taylor and the release. Look at the chronology. Look at what is happening. And then Professor Frimpong Boateng has said
so as a person said baby asem no Taylor no necessary the substance see a share be assembly free buy and I said the substance of assembly no and I see a share.
And tin penifo bu baby say one fa kwesi ada mo kwan a ye de dwoada kugye. Because ne sem o kekan enya de a e fa kwan because we share the trend of events in your kekan. What bobo high profile personalities nail them. The president is committed to make sure say you be make sure say investigate them. So if you have that proof say Lord Comey listen Akufo-Addo is ready to make sure say he will deal with any recalcitrant person or what na bemwa or yes adie. Okay. In your estimation, and I'm telling you it's a fact. In your estimation,
what share Okon say Galam say what can be said from 2013, 2014, 2015 and now report no mono Galam say na ekwo soro pa. Yes. Fisa Breno 2013, 14, 15. Ebe 16. And then from 17 abepim ne no okwa ye ko galamse na breben na galamse na kwosoro pa pe yensu asay ye kwa ya asay no wo de toto ho a you know for say say pa
ye chi almost daily graphic report. I don't have the records here, but it's a fact that 2015 daily graphic reported and daily guide reported Chinese immigrants illegal mining in the country. You achieve almost about 115 Chinese. It's a fact. It's a fact. The Environmental Protection Agency at the report to Babontia, high technological friend Champagne, almost Ghana 40 years in their report for the first time in this country. This was a report filed in 2015. Our BNM says Champagne became part and parcel of our river bodies. I did two galamsey ukruma. Our BNM say Chinese for the first time in history. Or baby, I see a friend of Aisha Juana who a Jacob Brown person betting the she became a citizen of Ghana, and the records before she became a citizen was that there was issues of national security report on her. She was granted a citizen of this country and she was carrying on. She was arrested 3 times. She was released and she was doing this activities. No importing human beings from China to come and do galamsey in this country. And when you talk about a year, NDC has no moral right whatsoever. You know why? They have no moral right. Because went to me anya ayarega say agi o munsam minister was say agi ensam yentumi ye.
Was it not being sincere to himself and to the people?
And then was it not sincere? Akufo-Addo's failure beka wansam say Akufo-Addo afeli in galamsey and I say what the perception is that Professor Frimpong Boateng is saying say Akufo-Addo afeli. Let me tell you why. When you fighting a menace which is a dangerous phenomenon or my Ghana na ye nyina ya tompenti kwa Jacob na soria o kan na bremu asai eja ye nyina nim se fight galamsey meboa wani abre da obetan aka ye nya obia mena nkogina campaign platform so an kan kire Ghana for asem a o man ne pese ye tie ni change the hearts and minds of the ordinary Ghanaian people than a former president or say me hu se galamsey na mutu no a man bi achichi nkofo bi akogu me ba ye wo amnesty me yimu nyina mama kofi. This is an affront to the agenda of how to solve galamsey problem. Don't forget he's in opposition. Don't forget no I disagree. Very important. Say when you are doing a nation building, your statesmen be omo kroma, omo kasa, a tough from one. It has a sterling implications on the dynamics of a policy direction that we want to take. Don't just say or opposition waka. He is a former president of the Republic of Ghana. Our only followers over 6 million people. Omo kroma. Eti di obekano na chita for the beyaduma. Akufo-Addo say who call ya wa mo modern when to man the Akufo-Addo Abba say he put his presidency on the line, and here comes the former president go and stand there say me a military man na say me a myopic na say me na say former president I can't say na me a galam store ni gra na bebu mabem Unim se bebu abem. Unim se former president from where he sits.
And a current sitting president also now.
Listen, and I make a choice. Former president or Kasa, Ghanaian people are listening.
And a sitting president also now.
It doesn't matter what you talk about. And you're very key. And you're very key. And you're very important. Say, o mampeni da dana semo kan ye no say, ono de utu galam say na me to twin be wiate na me tu kakra de aye gala. Na o mampeni say, oba obeyiye, ye be gina na so. Ye nua kwakubu ahe. Ye nua kwakubu ahe. Ye to aba eko gina
okono ayeye ana na say
unless you don't want to face realities.
Let me see
it's one of the major impediments. Now they say you usidan no be the trophy eshase etu asia e better than your foundation.
Okay, me that's it.
The former president should apologize to Ghanaians. Should apologize to Ghanaians for his reckless statement that he made against Galamsey because he is a statesman and his utterances can change.
Okay, me that's it. More than the sitting president.
No, the president. What did I say? The followings. No more Juma. Na Ghana for a binom.
Okay.
It is a fight here. We are fighting pockets of problems. I didn't know original so they can't so be free home. Maybe some question. I didn't know so I was so be free. Also when you to me. It is somebody people. Also my who better so no. When to me are solve problem. Obi abaso be solve wa. Oh so ba be you. Is it not an affront?
One more prison omuntu.
One can was it?
Omo prison one ya dey to.
Omo good prison.
Was it referred
to one channel? Obi a one channel a criminal lawless titi. Eja a law emra say ade e koso ye say enye ye kan nyina o man nyina na former president.
Mato aso ho.
I'm making such a statement.
No or refer to woman that prison. Woman na eda.
Eno na ma kokubu an ko gina e kwan wo say muntu ye ba muntu kokubu an ko gina
na wamba.
Dabi on ko tu o man tu. Oso muntu
na wamba.
And today that is why MPP lost most of the CC areas.
Me that's it. Hey, September. Yeah, but tell me uncle, my 5 minutes. Me to the Accra straight away. And you fina
you see,
me see.
Me also bempa. Any NPP are buying. Obu ni any day the Magana for. Omu ni obu betum say the Magana for.
Don't personalize the issue.
No, I'm not personalizing. You speak for a political party.
Obu ben how can one say? So because a Ethiopia. Asante for ya de kwai ya the go ya kwai mamu kura no. Obu ben na chance.
You see Ejakwabna.
There be who can say ma can sit I won't sit here for you to personalize
me pacho all the one personalize way.
Obu ben na mumu.
One personalize into the man nkasa.
Ben na president mama o magana.
Yes.
Deal with the issues.
What's on the to have betna TV so. She dey use to say
obi
wonder what me you di kwano to o kasa na mete ha.
Ento mensa.
Yes to say. Yes say.
Akufu adu beto ban.
Say our cocoa is even threatened. So say there are threats from even the European Union say yen hwe ya yen cocoa kra no Ghana cocoa yen tobio Ejakwabna o su ben pass ra betna TV so na pay catch and say because of Galamsey and party be here in 2016 hwe TV so this is River Pra in 2016 and River Pra in 2017. The issues we are talking about, this is what we are talking about. In 2017, in 2016, this is River Pra before. In 2017, only 6 months after President Kufuor, Ebetina Konyaso, where they River Pra.
It's a lie.
This
is a lie.
This
is a lie. This is a lie. It is not true. It's a lie. Champagne, one of the stations. You know someone is a lie. It's a lie.
me na say mensa come say
mensa la
kasamiti wo na dem meka
ade Ghana phone Ghana phone
yam pene
hwe eja read man
ne mo ye no Professor Frimpong Boateng
that na reverse no na eye no
Professor Frimpong Boateng minister chairman of the interministerial for some ONDC ni
there be
Mumati committee and the Professor Frimpong Boateng to announce Monko Galamsey. What the reporter come on penny 2 years.
It is not
a report. Not a report.
It is not a report.
I'm a report in the leak here. What the TV so kase?
It is not a report.
You see?
It is not a report. So
also let it be on record. Say also be partner TV so I just to say Galamsey fight no ma feel.
Oh,
okay. Oh, what want to or say? And your man opposition party any kofo bi here anytime Galamsey no mo ntimi anko.
One catch you say you
can NDC for
have we finished our mandate?
Have
we finished our mandate?
When you was what Akonya so kutatu me? All criminal prosecutions emanate from the Attorney General. Attorney General no or why appointee. What you call Akonya so when you was e catch say NDC for to Galamsey. And I want to
report saying a report.
And I want to when you was NDC for to Galamsey and the Kufuor the president and the Kufuor the NT womo.
Nanu so fi e dey na.
And the Kufuor the NT and this for me Galamsey. What is this? What sort of logic is this?
Oh, minu ajaja.
You see?
Wafum. Kwa baby anam no.
Omanpanyi Mahama say. Galamsey no. Enye Galamsey, even enye Omanpanyi Mahama po naka. Even people I know renowned civil society organizations. Oh, Makase. The Galamsey menace. It is not just about illegal mining. Excavator bako boy is saying. Excavator boy is saying. One more perpetuating the huge destruction of our forest reserves. One more mining in forest reserves, you know. One more na machicho makogu prison, no. Senkofona machicho makogu prison, no. One more ne aye Galamsey ne dia. And why is the Galamsey still going on? Yet Professor Frimpong Boateng the video aba. Say information minister kojo upon Nkrumah the Galamsey site. What na be here no? Gabi asayo chedako. You say or interfere with the fight against Galamsey. What na be here no?
He should deal with that. He who alleges
where is President Kufuor? Where is President Kufuor? Where is President Kufuor on the line? Where is President Kufuor who put the presidency on the line? President Kufuor na ordin the presidency up to on the line. Where is he? Where is he? When he was him, we are buying. Sebi, a new war pa money more. Sebi, muji say Ghana for Sebi Ghana for.
We need this abuse. Also have done enough for better. Which one? I'm be said to me.
I enough. I didn't use to say.
Oh Ghana, Mama can anybody do?
Also, I can do worse.
Communication director of a political party. What the TV Ghana for?
Address it. Why?
You don't respect. You don't respect.
Mr. Thompson, you are addressing our viewers, and you are now addressing. The person meeting the mic,
imagine also been passing on TV. I catch a Ghana for say, NDC for, and Omanpanyi Mahama, and I'm a President Kufuor. I failed in the fight against Galamsey. Can you imagine? Can you imagine such an insult? Such an insult. What is a Ghana for him answer? You do to me amount, and this phone I Galamsey ya. Cut your way. What are you waiting for? Me na me president. President Mahama on your president. Bibia, mu di boni na mu failure. Na ye kan, ye timwa. Mu pese mu ya na makoso Mahama ntuma na matwena be shim. Na aye, hey, NPP, NDC. Yem pene mamu ndi sanse mu ni bio.
Yes, mu.
Yes, mu.
On pere man man say bi o medase, Mr. Thompson medase.
Because ajakwa mami fama no.
For no sympacho. Pacho tamko.
This is an irresponsible behavior. Okay? Yes. You must take responsibility for your actions. We are now here. Jitum say, what fairly? Na pagana for chow. Wo katre, also be passe. katre Ghana for say o mampani mahama mum ene me pa Ghana for cho eja kwabna
yes sir
on national television
it's one na come so
very embarrassed o mampani akufo na onu ni fie o tebi nkofo ko tu galamsey ase ewo no ani fie o tebi ne garden mu nkofo ko tu galamsey onu me pa Ghana for fie ni de ni fie ni de pa cho ni fie ni pa cho ni fie ni me pa cho na say o mampani akufo do a mama yensase yensu Mr. Thompson, I said, Park, when you for Pemidas, and I told Emily Chimidas, and I say, also, Bempa, also, Midas, and my birthday. Felicity. Felicity. Oh, when far. Okay, Madam say, you're the best here, you're the best here, and Dr. Lawson, and Dr. Lawson, I would Dr. Lawson, maybe I will be happy birthday. Also, my parents say, Mr. Thompson, so madam say, na ya sorry, na mo dia ka nyina ne so man na dia mo de say betumi a chechere ti ahwe na tutu ni here to ji ara ti e ba na ma se dem no o kina de ti Nsroma beba o kina ayempu nimpu and na fe memene de critical issue ye be din komo ye papa na ansam ya sando masuko bi ahwe se de si eko ene se de si eba be ba cho ye sorry so no ifoni na ye de to ho ansa na ye sorry no 2016 and after 2016 before and now etianu na ye de beto so na ye sorry so then you judge it yourself ya da mo nyina say ama mo and hwe ya kra mo